Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new Snyder Cut Breakdown. We've got quite a bit to go over and I'm very excited to talk about it because, hey, seriously, there's a lot of exciting things and I'm sorry I'm getting to this one a tad bit late, but I wanted to go over the Wonder Girl show yesterday, so if you haven't seen that video, check it out in the cards above or just, come back to this video for those who are interested in hearing about a Wonder Girl show. And before we get into some of the new stuff from what Snyder had to say about the re-uploaded trailer, and he gave a really cool breakdown of just tidbits and stuff, and some of you may have missed that, and I just want to express my thoughts about some of it, and the new Steppenwolf look, and amongst other things, we'll go over some of the early suit tests that were given to us, and even looks at behind-the-scenes filming, photos and whatnot. So go ahead and like this video if you do go on to enjoy it, of course, and subscribe for more videos just like this. And another thing, before we get into all those details, I did pick up this really cool Darkseid designed shirt. I'm sure many of you are already aware of this, and maybe some of you have even picked it up for yourself, but literally all the funds raised go towards American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I believe there's around still 4 days left to buy as of when this video is getting uploaded, so go check it out. Of course, if you can't afford it or anything like that, you can still donate to the foundation in other ways. I'll be leaving links in the top pinned comment. So as you're seeing on screen right now, we're getting a whole range of stuff like behind the scenes photos of the filming. There's also early suit tests, and it's just all fantastic to see. Even though we're getting a lot of stuff here with regards to these photo teasers and stuff like this, I kind of did expect a little bit more from the trailer side of things that we'll be visiting in just a few minutes, considering there is apparently 2 hours and 30 minutes of new, never seen before footage in the Justice League Snyder Cut. And just even saying that out loud, seriously, like 2 hours and 30 minutes of brand new scenes. Like, obviously, it goes without saying that this movie is going to feel like a completely different film. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. But first of all, I wanted to look at these suits. Let's talk about the Flash one, because that's the main... Well, obviously, Arthur looks quite different there. But the Flash suit, the big difference there is the emblem. I do like it. Don't get me wrong, I actually really do like it, but I am glad that they stuck with the more traditional Flash logo in the final designs for the costume test, because, yeah, I don't know. I think people are going to feel different about this in the comments, and I really do want to encourage your comments today. I know a lot of people watch YouTube videos and just, don't comment. I'm guilty of that, but this is something I want the Snyder fans to get involved in. So do you like this? Do you wish they would go with this? Or are you happy that they went with the more traditional, extra zigzagged Flash logo? And as for Arthur, I feel like even though the tattoos look amazing on Momoa, I do like the Atlantean armor look. Willem Dafoe's Volko looks very, very interesting as well. I can't wait to actually see more of him in the film, considering, like, did I blink? Did I miss him in the Whedon cut? I do recommend checking out Fabian's, I'm sorry, I butcher names, Instagram page, because he's got lots of early camera tests, photos just like this. But let's move on to the new look at Steppenwolf. Now, I did really enjoy the new look at Steppenwolf that we've got previously, of the actual, new iteration of him compared to the other one. And now we've got a much more head-on look. And I tweeted this out. I don't hate me here. I'm not hating. Everyone's got different opinions, and I want to explain why. So being totally honest, I'm not sure how to feel. Looks so clean, but also it looks like his head has been squished from side to side. I don't love the old design, don't get me wrong, but this ain't necessarily it either. But I appreciate how clean it looks regardless. Now, some people are responding to stuff like this, or comments similar to mine, saying that, he's not meant to be cute or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he doesn't look intimidating, at least in my opinion, either. I don't feel like all these spikes... Well, I don't know. I look at that and I don't think, oh man, that's an intimidating villain. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that about Darkseid, and seriously, I'm maintaining how clean the armor looks here, but the amount of spikes and everything, and I just think the head's maybe a little bit too small, and sure, as I said, this is open to interpretation. You may love this, and you may think this looks like a really cool villainous look, and I can see and still appreciate how people still think that, but I don't know, I look at this personally, and I don't think, oh crap, that's intimidating. Oh crap. And I can't quite isolate exactly what it is for me. I think maybe it is just a head. I think maybe if you scaled that up a little bit bigger, then maybe that would solve it for me. I just feel like if you took that spiky armor off, like, yeah, I know he's got the horns coming out, but it's just like, his head would be like a pea. I don't know. I don't want to annoy anyone. At the end of the day, you shouldn't get annoyed by someone's opinion, but I know what some fans are like. I would love to know what you appreciate about this, why you love it, if you do love it, or are you kind of in between like me? You don't necessarily have a massive issue with it. You just think, oh, okay, like that looks clean, but or do you think it's really bad? I don't think it looks really bad at all. I think that would be kind of strange to think, but hey, that is just me once again. Now, as for the new Snyder Cut trailer, I don't have really too much to say, if anything at all. I really want to just move on to the tidbits that Snyder had to say about it in the breakdown, because that's what I really appreciated. I would have really liked like a proper look at Martian Manhunter, or just something more, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful here. I think a lot of fans feel the same way. I know they're trying to keep some things under wraps, but at the same time that they also have revealed a lot of things in other ways. But considering what I said earlier, 2 hours and 30 minutes of extra stuff, I felt like they can show a little bit more, but we didn't really get anything more. Just like 4 or 5 new little scenes in the re-upload, because I believe there was a little bit of an issue with the music of the trailer. If you guys remember, it got taken down and now it came up, but that presented an opportunity in this re-upload for Snyder to do this little kind of breakdown with fans, and that is what I'm about to get to right now. So big shout out to Walt on Twitter. I mean, I was watching some of the stream, but he compiled everything Zack Snyder said during the trailer breakdown. I'm going to be cherry picking the most interesting parts, however, so I do recommend checking his Twitter page out so you can see every little tidbit. This will be interesting for those who couldn't make it to the actual trailer breakdown stream. So beginning with the first interesting thing regarding Darkseid, apparently he pounded the earth with his staff to reveal the anti-life equation because he thinks it's on Earth. The symbols from the ground, the lava, need to be deciphered. And the only thing that can stand up to Darkseid, I found this quite interesting, when being asked about comparing him to Zod's power, and this was actually Walt who asked this, are apparently the new gods. Now, apparently Yuxus, before going full on Darkseid, and Steppenwolf are comparable to Doomsday in strength when up against Superman. Which is just super interesting to consider, considering how easily Steppenwolf's ass got whooped in the original Justice League, and just considering, you know, Superman had a bit of a struggle with Doomsday in Batman vs Superman. Next up, the fight against Yuxus, obviously the younger Darkseid, takes place before Ares betraying the old gods. Yuxus has revealed the anti-life equation and is forming the Unity. He doesn't realize that he's about to go toe-to-toe with the Protectors of Earth at this moment in the trailer. The priests of the Mother Box are in the background, and Zack even says that it's very sci-fi Lord of the Rings. Now, this is also Darkseid confirmed. Apparently, he gives Darkseid updates via hologram, and it gives a lot of backstory, and we see his dark ambitions. And this is not the Batcave. This is actually Wayne Aerospace. The hologram you're seeing is being projected by Cyborg, and Bruce at this moment is contemplating the rebirth of Superman and basically what has to be done. And actually, I really do like this shot, just because that kind of like hologram that Cyborg is projecting really does project this sense of hope, which obviously is very, very close to Superman's character. And also just, I think, the reception on all the other actors' faces, like Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne here. I love the contrast from that, where he was at in Batman vs Superman, to just realizing, oh crap, look at this, like, we need him. We need him now. In this moment, after saving these kids, the little girl that you're seeing asks Wonder Woman, "Can I be like you one day?" And Diana answers with a resounding yes. Now, personally, I've said this before we even had this stream with Zack, saying that I kind of low-key want this to be a Donna Troy Easter egg. When I tweeted this out yesterday, some people were like, I don't want Zack touching Donna Troy. Like, it wouldn't be anything more than an Easter egg. And if you're familiar with Donna Troy's background, she gets saved by Wonder Woman, usually from like a fire, but like this would be like really cool. I don't know. I don't think it would lead to anything, but it would be cool if after this scene, as maybe Wonder Woman is walking away, you hear the girl's mother just shout, "Donna, come on, Donna," like something like that. I don't know. It would just be a cool Easter egg. I would appreciate it personally. for the future Wonder Girl. When asked how many Kryptonians are on Earth, he answered, "Look back at Man of Steel at the scout ship scene and spot the open stasis bed. Who it is remains to be a mystery," which is, you know, low-key Supergirl. I mean, it could be someone else, I suppose. It could be like Billy from Krypton, but yeah, at the same time, it is probably Supergirl. Here, Barry is applying for a job at the pet store. Apparently, it's the first introduction to his Speed Force and powers. Barry has to be super careful saving humans at super speed because his speed could hurt them, and also his shoes burn off because he moves too fast. But I think a lot of people put the pieces of the puzzle together from this scene because it's been out for a long time. He also says that Iris is taken with this stranger. We don't get to see how Barry got his powers. Zack left that piece of the story to be told by another director. We'll see Barry's relationship with his father, his struggle to figure out his life, and trying to help his father. And like, I have to admit, I've said this before, I'm just not a huge fan, or even a fan, of Ezra's take on Barry Allen. I feel like, honestly, we have gotten more than enough of a vibe from what we have seen of him. But at the same time, I really did like the tone from him when he was talking to his dad. It felt a lot less eccentric, and obviously he's having a conversation with his dad in jail. So maybe you could argue that's the only reason why it was a bit more neutral toned. But I'd rather see a bit more Barry Allen like that from him. To me, say what you will about the CW and the way they do their episodes and seasons of the story, you don't have to like it, but one thing I can take out of that is Grant Gustin's Flash, is what I see from the Flash in demeanor and everything. And lastly, Arthur and Volko have a relationship. Volko keeps Atlanta's trident and trains Arthur with it, but Volko tells him it's time to take his place as the king of Atlantis, and Mera is one of the guardians of the Mother Box. It's the ancient resting place of the Mother Box. Yeah, Mera. But anyway, everyone, I would love to know your thoughts on everything that Snyder has given us recently. What do you think of the Steppenwolf design? Do you wish that we got a little bit more of a peek from the re-uploaded trailer? Or are you just appreciating it all anyway? I mean, I think that's where most of us lie, but not gonna lie, I feel like, you know, even from that little tease we got of Martian Manhunter on his phone, like, they could have at least given, I don't know, just release that picture in like an official capacity. But hey, maybe I'm being too greedy here. There's a lot to be looking forward to with the Snyder Cut. If you're still here, by the way, click the like button. I really appreciate it. Subscribe, of course, for kind of nerdy videos like this. And I guess I'll see all of you Snyder fans in the next video. Goodbye.